All right, what is going on, you guys? Brian here with my quick recap of what happened on tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. So let's just get right into it. We had Trent losing to Kenny Omega in the opening match. Hikaru Shida, she was victorious in a match. Of course, she is the number one contender to the AEW Women's World Championship, which is currently held by Nyla Rose. We had a Jon Moxley, AEW World Champion, and Jake Hager video package showcasing what's been going on between them two. They announced that in 2 weeks, in an empty arena, it is going to be a no-holds-barred match for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley defending against Jake Hager. We saw the debut of Lance Archer, who defeated in dominant fashion Marco Stunt of the Jurassic Express. We had a Brody Lee video package where he basically, like last week, got upset with members of the Dark Order as far as their minions is concerned. Speaking of the Dark Order, members 8 and 9, they lost to the Natural Nightmares, QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes. We had a Chris Jericho Vanguard 1 video package where Vanguard 1 showed up at Chris Jericho's palatial estate, and while Jericho was in his hot tub talking, Vanguard would fly in and Jericho would see him, try to recruit him once again to be a part of the inner circle, even giving him a shirt, and Jericho would wind up chasing Vanguard 1 and even using a term from, or using a phrase from The Simpsons, where Mr. Burns would always say on The Simpsons, "Release the hounds." That's what Jericho would say, and you would see a bunch of dogs coming out of Jericho's house and trying to get to Vanguard 1, but it is what it is. We saw the Young Bucks promo. We heard from the Young Bucks, who talked about Nick Jackson's road to recovery as far as getting back into ring shape. And in our main event, it was Sammy Guevara and the chairman, Shawn Spears, defeating Darby Allin and Cody. And of course, these four guys will see each other again in individual matches in the tournament to determine the first TNT champion. That's right. The TNT Championship will be a secondary title for AEW, and the tournament is set. You have it will start next week with Shawn Spears versus Cody. Then in 2 weeks' time, it will be Lance Archer taking on Colt Boom Boom Cabana, and then the other matches, I don't know when they're going to take place, but the 4 matches that are set is Cody versus Shawn Spears, which will happen next week. Darby Allin going one-on-one with Sammy Guevara. And Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana will be in 2 weeks. And then the other one is Kip Sabian versus Dustin Rhodes. And I find there's an interesting dynamic about this tournament because there's a lot of different scenarios as far as matchups are concerned for the finals that could be taking place. So it's going to be interesting to see who walks out, who wins this tournament and becomes the first AEW or TNT champion. So, but with that being said, this week's episode of Dynamite, I thought was really good. I mean, yeah, it's weird without fans, but it is what it is. It's still there for entertainment, just like every wrestling show that's been on. It's there for entertainment, to entertain us in these these troubling times and uncertainty. So it is what it is. Once again, hopefully everyone out there stays safe, stays healthy, stays strong. And, that's pretty much it. So, with that being said, this has been my AEW Dynamite quick recap for this week's episode. As always, I am Brian, and thank you for watching.